Los Angeles immigration protests over ICE operations has the street in a frenzy. I'm talking about the violent protests continue in Los Angeles at this moment. At the current time, so far reported, it's been over 39 arrests since Friday, and they are tearing the streets up. They're not playing out there, people standing up. They done had enough of this whole ICE thing going on. We're going to get y'all up to speed, baby. Keep it locked. Straight Shoota Podcast. Let's go. All right, baby, y'all know the vibes, man. It's your boy Swift Dallas, a.k.a. 16-Pad Killer, and you're tuned in to Straight Shoota Podcast on Maschine Mafia TV. And this right here, this is a safe place for unbiased opinions based on facts. We'll give it to you straight with no chase, all right? Do your boy a favor, hit that subscribe button, smash up the likes, click that notification bell, put it on always so you stay in the loop each and every time your boy get down and drop one of these videos, all right? Now look at this. This is mayhem, right? This is what's been going on in Los Angeles over the past weekend as anti-ICE protesters been standing up in big cities around the world. It's multiple people saying we ain't going nowhere like Diddy did back in the day, but that's not Diddy's life right now. But yo, your president, Donald J. Trump, yes, Donald J. Trump, you know what I'm talking about.
Is this camera on me?
Tensions have risen in Los Angeles since Sunday. And now today is Monday. Okay, it's thousands of protesters that still have taken to the streets in response to Donald Trump's deployment of the National Guard. That's right. Trump let out the National Guard and they was blocking off a major freeway and settling self-driving cars on fire as law enforcement used tear gas, rubber bullets, and flashbangs to control the crowd. Now, the California governor, Gavin Newsom, said Monday that his office intends to sue
about that lie
the Trump administration for deployment the National Guard without consulting him. A move he called illegal and immoral. I don't know how that's gonna work for him. How? You know what I'm saying? But I guess he's saying he don't want to be responsible for the damages. Trump said, screw that. I'm sending in the boys. We're gonna show force. This Game of Thrones now. That's how Trump gets down. Y'all know that by now. Bomb the set. So then, like I said, we done had over 39 people arrested over the weekend. The Los Angeles police chief, he said they're going to arrest plenty more, and there's plenty more moves to be made. You know what I'm saying? But see, look at that now. The boys standing tall out there. They ain't going for it. It's governors, all kind of officials saying they ain't going nowhere. I seen the Latinos for Trump. They've been devastated, talking about they didn't vote for this. So it's just looking rough for Trump, man.
You see where I'm from, you don't do that.
Hey. It's not looking good. What y'all think, man? Put it in the comments, man. Is this country going into a tailspin immediately, or are we going to be able to pull through with this? Because right now, I really don't know what to think, because it's just getting downright, it's just a whole bunch of shenanigans. It's getting downright insane. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to know who to trust out here. Look at this. You know what I'm saying? Look, they going wild out there in the streets. I'm talking about just going straight wild. National Guard coming in. You know what I'm saying? They ain't coming to talk. When they come in, it's rubber bullets and flash bombs. Call of Duty. That's how they coming to get down. So, I get people protesting. Do we want them to protest? Yes, everybody has a right to protest, but looting and destroying your own community, that's not going to help nobody, people. At the end of the day, if we're going to deliver a message, it got to be a strong message. And if y'all know, like I know, when they call them boys out loud like that, they ain't playing with you. They coming to lay you down. So, all that looting and pillaging is cool until them rubber bullets and real bullets start flying. And not to mention the damage that you're doing to your own community. So let's be proactive and let's be smart, Let's be smart, It's the right way and it's the wrong way. And I hope everybody is safe, but look at this right here. This can get dangerous. It's children out there. It's all kind of things going on. Now, don't get me wrong. People are highly upset with our president at the moment, as well as other people in office. Touche. But look at that. That's a lot of force. And there's a lot of people out there in the streets with sticks and bottles and stuff like that. That gas sting, them rubber bullets hurt. And eventually they gonna get tired of shooting them rubber bullets. Or somebody gonna say they forgot to change the clip and they gonna be shooting them hot balls at you. So let's not get it twisted. They didn't come to play with you, so don't play with them. You know what I'm saying? It's real in the field right now. And if you ain't built for it, stay out the way. Cause ain't nobody playing to save nobody out there right now. That's grown people business right now. Like they're not playing out there. When the government call in them boys, when they call them in, it's getting real. You understand what I'm saying? So don't go out there and lose your head. Look at that.
That breaking news is in Los Angeles, where people continue to protest for a third straight day. This is in response to a series of ICE raids in the city, and now also in opposition to the National Guard being called up to stop the protests. This video shows agents firing pellets at a crowd trying to push them back. The protests have been peaceful so far, but now, as you can see, protesters are being met with the National Guard as well as local law enforcement.
That's a lot of troops deployed, man. And that's just a lot of bang, bang, man. That's a lot of bang, bang. So hopefully, like I said, I really don't want to see nobody get hurt. I want everybody to get their point across, but let's try to be safe, people. Let's not tear up your community. Let's not tear up your neighborhood man's grocery store and steal all his supplies. And let's not do that. Because they still a part of your community. We're going to have to build them back up if we tear it down, right?
Thank you for joining us here for our News at 5. I'm Edie Lambert. President Donald Trump has ordered 2,000 National Guard troops to be deployed to Los Angeles. This is unusual. It appears to be the first time in decades that a state's National Guard has been activated without a request from its governor. We do know about 300 National Guard troops were deployed today to 3 separate locations in the Los Angeles area. This video shows troops in tactical gear and holding long guns in front of armored vehicles at the Metropolitan Detention Center in downtown LA. And now to this video, which shows National Guard troops out on the streets of Los Angeles. Governor Newsom is fighting this massive show of force. His legal affairs secretary formally requested the Trump administration to rescind what they call the unlawful deployment of troops in LA County and return California National Guard members to the governor's command. In a letter to Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, he said in part, quote, "There is currently no need for the National Guard to be deployed in Los Angeles, and to do so in this unlawful manner and for such a lengthy period is a serious breach of state sovereignty that seems intentionally designed to inflame the situation, while simultaneously depriving the state from deploying these personnel and resources where they are truly required." There he is referencing their work in the aftermath of the LA fires. And take a look at the...
Like I said, man, he worried about that money that they gonna have to spend in the aftermath for the all these riots. So basically, that's what he's saying. We didn't ask, we didn't tell you to bring them here. You done brought them here. Y'all out here acting a fool, doing all this and tearing up stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what he's saying. You know, he's trying to figure a way out, but from up under all this, because trust and believe, heads gonna roll, jobs gonna get fired, people gonna lose jobs. This is big business. When stuff like this takes place, heads gonna roll. Because people supposed to be able to have that's what they pay you for, to have a lid on things like this. And it looks like the expertise is in the wrong places around here when it comes to these type of things, because this is chaotic at this point. If the people are protesting, that's fine, let them protest. They protested peacefully, right, until they got pushed, from what I've been hearing, or from what it is. You know what I'm saying? If it's some more truth to the matter, it'll soon come to light. But either way, we all got a right to gather. We just got to do it correctly. But y'all put it in the comments, man. Y'all tell me where y'all think this thing is going, man, because that's a lot of people in LA walking around. Well, as far as the National Guard, that's 2,000 men with boots on the ground with a license to kill. Think about that. They could be scared to death of gang activity. They don't know who's who and what's what. But that's a lot of boots on the ground kicking up dust with AR-15, shotguns, and bazookas and everything else to handle business. Just something to think about, man. Y'all wake up, man. Be safe to all my West Coast people, all my LA family and people in the West Coast on the top to the bottom. Y'all stay safe, man. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know how we do it over here. Keep it locked, man. Straight Shoota Podcast, baby. Stay safe. We out.